All right, I think we're gonna be live in a sec here. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing these streams every week if I can, right? I can't guarantee like, oh, it'll be every week. I'll never skip one. But yeah, I decided to play Reasoning Gate for this week's stream. I did a poll and the poll was like pretty close, so I decided to play Reasoning Gate. Why did I decide to play Reasoning Gate? Well, it's because my ego can't handle losing, so so we got to play Reasoning Gate. I mean, that's actually part of the reason. I think Reasoning Gate is a very good deck. The other deck that people voted for was like some sort of control deck, like Goat Control, Chaos Control. Those decks are fine too, but they're very unforgiving. Like, people are just so good at playing control mirrors now that like you have to play absolutely perfect, or your win rate isn't going to be like amazing. So let's give this a shot. And I think personally, like, I think Reasoning Gate is fun to watch. That's just my opinion, obviously. I don't think it's necessarily fun to play against, but I think it is fun to watch, like, other people play if they know what they're doing, right? I'm not even just saying, like, just because it's me or something. Like, a lot of the top Reasoning Gate players, like Paede, I don't know if he still plays Reasoning Gate, but, like, he was fun to watch, like, when he played that deck, because he was very, very good with it. And I think, like, a lot of other top GOAT format players could do well with Reasoning Gate, too. Like, low-key, I kind of want to see Chris Perovic come back and play Reasoning Gate rather than GOAT Control. Because people forget that, like, Chris, I know, like, he's known for playing Goat Control, but realize that, like, in 2007, he was known for playing Diamond Dude Turbo, which is basically, like, a Reasoning Gate deck. This hand is, like, really bad. It's almost difficult to draw a worse hand than this. And I tell you, this is why, like, this is why we only play 2 metas. Because you don't want to open, like, a bunch of monster gates in metas. And it's weird he's just activating, like, goats from his hand here. Maybe there's some cool play that I don't know about. Oh, he actually can't legally summon Mirage Dragon here. Oh, well. It's... yeah, I don't know what our opponent is on, but, yeah, we'll just say go. We're probably gonna lose this game. Just because our hand is so bad. Oh, this is a really nice draw, because now we get to go to end phase and discard down to 6 and say go. Activating goats from the hand again. Maybe we should have discarded Air Knight. Oh, this Reasoning is a really good top deck. Sorry, I got a little distracted here because I want to pull up the chat to the stream on my phone, just because, like, that makes it a little easier for me. Jesus, and we just draw Pot of Greed. Okay, now I should have the chat on my phone. Sorry, we're lagging here a little. Yeah, I think we want a reasoning before we activate Graceful. We actually only have 2 other reasoning / gate targets in our deck. This might have actually been a misplay. Like, I think I should have not activated the reasoning, and we should have just went double gate. Just because then we don't have to worry about our opponent calling the correct level. Yeah, so now we actually don't have any reasoning or monster gate targets left in our deck. So we need to go like Heavy Storm, Lightning Vortex, attack for game. That would be the idea. Yeah, we might actually just lose here. Like if we're gonna go Premature Burial for Dark Magician of Chaos. But if he like just MSTs our Premature Burial, I think we just lose. Yeah, we probably just lose here. I mean, we can Tribute for Air Knight and draw a card, but then we just deck out. I'm trying to see, are there any level 5s or level 6s that will help us out here somehow? One option is we could go like attack 2 tokens, meta into an Ojama King, so that our opponent can't summon, and then try to kill him next turn. Is that a good idea? What is the last card in our deck? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm just gonna try the Ojama King play. And I'm just thinking, do we want to save, like, which one of these do we want to save? The Blowback or the Jinzo? Yeah, the last card in our deck isn't a trap. Do we want to negate his traps? I don't know. I feel like we're probably going to need the Blowback. Alright, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I still think we're losing this game. Yeah, we'll just concede. I don't think we can win, right? Yeah, just concede. So yeah, that was kind of a crazy game just because our second reasoning milled like it literally milled our entire deck, and then the Crane drew us into the Jinzo, which was like our last monster gate target. Yeah, we just won't side here. This is fine. Hey, Spuddy. This hand is a lot better than our hand from last game. So yeah, this game we're gonna win. So we saw, what did we see last game? We saw Goats meta, Mirage Dragon, and now this game we see Thunder Dragon. So I'm guessing he's just playing like a really suboptimal Chaos deck. Yeah, I think we'll just say go. I think a lot of people would just like start summoning stuff here, but if our opponent is doing nothing, we can just keep drawing and passing until we know that we have lethal. The weather in Cambodia, I mean, it's always bad, to be honest. Like that's always like the one reason that people say, oh, I'd never move to Cambodia. Like, the weather's too bad. But the way I think of it is like, I'm getting paid to live in a place with shitty weather. If that makes sense. Oh, well, it's not the rain that's the issue, it's the heat. I mean, I don't know what it is in Celsius, but it regularly gets over 100 degrees Fahrenheit here. All of my American viewers will know that that's really hot. And this is really nice that we're getting more life points. I've talked about this before, but like, you know, for the 100th time, I think Upstart Goblin is like a very overrated card, especially in these combo matchups. I'll be totally honest. Like, whether it's a Dimension Fusion deck or a Cyberstein deck, just giving your opponent like a bunch of life points is, you know, not what you want to be doing. Alright, I'll just take the damage. I don't remember what Armed Dragon level 7 even does, but I don't want to level it up. I don't want his guy to level up, that is. Alright, I guess now we'll just brain control. Yeah, this isn't Horus, so I can in fact target this guy. And there's a little bit of lag here. So we could card destruction and try to keep going. Especially because, like, we can card destruction, discard our Sacred Crane, and then bring it back with call. The problem is we know our opponent's hand is shit. For one, in the chat he said his hand was shit, and I believe him, and he, like, discarded this Thunder Dragon and got 2 more. So I think what we're going to do is attack, and then if he kills our guy, we can call it back and attack again. Yeah. And now we have Pot of Greed, which is a good card. I don't think I'm going to use it yet, just because I don't want to have to discard down to hand size. So we'll just say go. As far as like hot weather over cold weather, I don't really have a big preference. Oh, and then he gets Horus level 8, and then we just lose, I think. Unless we could put a dark monster in our grave. Yeah, I mean, like, I just can't do anything. I'm just gonna take the damage. Yeah, call is gone. But if we just top deck a random dark monster like this, yeah, we just go to end phase and discard our dark and say go. I mean, it's fine. I still think we're favored here, to be honest. Like, he can summon another monster, killer, goats. Yeah. Oh. But it's fine. We can just attack over his lord and then do it. Yeah. So if we defusion, we get our Air Knight back, and our opponent doesn't get back anything. We've already normal summoned, and we've already gone to battle. Is there any chance we want to torrential? So if our opponent goes level 6, I don't think he plays another level 8, because he summoned this level 8 from his hand. I suppose he could be playing 2 level 8s and had them both in hand, but like he probably doesn't. So I think we like just set MST and say go. I mean, we could just get punished again. Chaos Emperor, the app is open source now. I'm not writing any new code, but other people can take it and make it their own. Tribute set. Is that like Guardian Sphinx? I guess I'll just go Sork, banish my Crane. And then just Dimension Fusion all my stuff back. So anyways, do we want to give our opponent another 1,000 life points? Yeah, sure, I guess I will. And Spuddy, I'm retired. I don't work. Yeah, I don't activate Card Destruction. Oh, we already normal summoned, so this Dark Magician of Chaos is just doing nothing. So let's see. We literally our only reasoning target left in our deck is Jinzo. I feel like I'm just gonna deck myself again. And then if we like reasoning into Jinzo, I don't know. I'm gonna upstart first. I swear, am I literally just gonna deck myself again? Okay, good. We have 7 cards left in our deck, which is not too unreasonable. And I'm attacking with Jinzo because I figure this is like a Guardian Sphinx. Oh no, it's a Thunder Dragon. I'm just stupid. I'm actually just stupid. Yeah, RV's channel. I'm married. Uh, 58. Is that right? 35. Yeah, 58. That's correct. Except he gained it instead of losing it. So now our hand is like literally a bunch of dead cards. But yeah, we'll hope this is good enough. I'm sure I'm gonna find a way to lose this game. I have not been to the States since I came here like 2.5 years ago. And so yes, I'm telling him that he can't meta. Yeah. Sorry, Clay Vision. Believe me, I would love to see you, and I am still happy to host you if you come to Cambodia. But that's obviously a big ask, I know. You know, like, oh yeah, just come to the other side of the world. Yeah, states are overrated. I don't know what my opponent is. Like, he's not saying anything in chat. I said, you know, I said you can't meta. Goats prevents whatever. So, Horus level 8 is kind of going to be a problem. I'm not going to lie. Like, that's definitely something to be concerned about. Now, we didn't see Decree. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have Decree. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get political. The most I've gotten political is that I said, hey, I left America in 2022, but I did not leave Biden's America. I just left America, right? Like, it had nothing to do with who was president or who I thought was going to be president. These people who act like, oh, if this person wins the election, I'm leaving America. I think those people are absolutely stupid. Yeah, I don't see, like, Trunade doing a lot in this matchup. Even, like... So I think we'll just put in the mirror. To be honest, we could even, like, side in another brain control. I don't hate it. Brain control, like okay, we can't brain Horus level 6, but we can brain basically anything else. Stein also might not be terrible. I don't know. I just haven't seen any back rows from him so far. Other than... Oh, no, we saw Dust Tornado. We did see Dust Tornado. So it seems like he's not playing Decree. I think we'll just... Yeah, I think we'll just go with this. Oh, Chaos Emperor, regarding the Dimension Fusion. So Horus level 8 says it can only be special summoned by leveling up Horus level 6 and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So, for example, like, even if you sort of went through all the rigmarole and summoned your Horus level 8 and your opponent kills it, you can't bring it back with, like, Premature Burial. Right? There's just literally no way that you can special summon it. You could, I don't know, use, like, Monster Reincarnation to add it back to your hand, but that's about it. Which, like, I mean, I definitely think that is a downside of Horus level 8. Yeah, it's really, I think, like, the term that people used to use is, like, Nomi and Semi-Nomi, where, like, Chaos Sorcerer is, like, a Semi-Nomi, and Horus level 8 is just, like, a hard Nomi. I don't think people use that term anymore. I think people stopped using that term, like, 20 years ago. But anyways, let's try another game. This guy seems like a scissors enjoyer. Or no, maybe he's more like a paper enjoyer. Oh, no. All right. Yeah, I'm really dating myself there by using that old terminology. Wow, so we drew like 4 out of our 6 reasoning targets again. I think this is just a draw pass hand. Like, this is the 3rd game in a row where we've just drawn, like, all of our reasoning targets. Discarding... It's weird that he's playing Warriors and discarded a Solemn Judgment to his Graceful Charity. How does that ever happen? How does Warriors go, yeah, you know what card I don't need? Solemn Judgment. Oh, and this Dust Shoot is so good for us. Because now he has to put a reasoning target back into our deck. So this Dust Shoot is low-key helping us out. It's pretty funny, actually. So the correct play for him here is, I believe, to put the Sacred Crane. Yeah, he actually knows. He's gonna put the Sacred Crane back into our deck, and then he's going to call level 4 on Reasoning, and then Solemn our Graceful Charity, and then we lose. But we do have a 1 out of 3 chance of him not calling our Reasoning correctly. And the whole game is lagging. I can't change phases or do anything. Yeah, I just straight up can't do anything right now. Like, it won't let me click phases. It won't let me play any cards. I mean, it looks like I'm still connected to the stream, so it's not my internet. So he's not using Solemn on our Graceful. I guess there's discard like Dark Magician of Chaos and Air Knight. There are a lot of good cards this pot could draw us into. I tell you, if our opponent has Solemn and just didn't use it on our Graceful, it is like a massive misplay. Like, it is a game-losing misplay. Okay, now we've literally drawn every single Reasoning Gate target in our entire deck. Like, we play 6 of them, and all 6 of those cards are in the top 13 cards of our deck. So, like, I actually just think we're just straight up boned. Oh. Okay, he's ringing in our main phase, I guess. Well, I tell you, if he doesn't have Solemn, I have no idea why he discarded it. It really makes, like, no sense. In my opinion, it makes no sense. Yeah, he does have the Solemn, and, like, our hand is so bad that we're just probably gonna lose anyways, to be totally honest. But, like, not Solemning the Graceful was a massive misplay. I'll just take the 2k and then kill the Kaiku. And then hope to, like, top deck a Chaos Sorcerer. See, it's like, here's the thing with a lot of players. People hear other people say, like, oh, using Solemn on, like, a Pot of Greed or a Graceful is bad. So then they just think it's bad all the time. Like, just because something is bad, like, 95% of the time, doesn't mean that you just have to assume it's bad all the time. Like, people ask me, for example, like, oh, should I, like, if I open, like, Duo Dust Shoot, what should I use first? And, like, I don't like answering questions like that because it depends. Like, we can make a general rule and say, well, normally this one's better than the other. But it's always, like, situation dependent. And there he knew our entire hand. He knew that if he Solemned our Graceful, our entire hand was bricked. Yeah, maybe. All right, this is a great hand. Yeah, we'll just set goats. Wow, he hit our call. Like, literally, call is the, like, call and meta were basically the only two good cards in our hand. What monster could he be setting? Okay, Morphing Jar, I guess. So the set monster is probably either Morphing Jar or Magician of Faith, and obviously Faith would be getting back Delinquent Duo. So in either case, we just want to set our whole hand. Right, regardless of whether it's Morphing or Faith, the correct play is setting our whole hand. I mean, I don't see a need to play Jar Agreed. Like, what's Jar gonna... I mean, you're right, it could be a spy. In either case, I think the correct play is just go meta into Thousand Eyes. Okay. which is fine. Our true nades are just going to do nothing, though, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it is Faith. And honestly, I think Air Knight is generally a pretty awful card in this matchup, but it's working out here, I suppose. So he takes... That's not the right amount. Yeah, he should be at 2,000 here, not 1,800. And he got back Delinquent Duo, right? I don't think there is, yeah, there is no other legal target. Right, we'll just set this and say go. Smash and ground. I mean, that just does nothing versus her deck, but it's pretty good here. Alright, well. I mean, I could Torrential the Breaker, but I'd just rather leave it around. Oh, Monster Gate. That is a really sick top deck. And any monster is fine here. Crane is good. Blowback is good. I swear, it's like all of our Reasoning Gate targets, they're all either like on the bottom of our deck or the top of our deck. That's what it seems like. Well, I tell you, last week when I streamed, I was drawing amazing. I was drawing great. I wish there was like a better tribute for me to side in for this matchup though than Air Knight. Like, what's a good tribute monster versus warriors? Like, Blowback is good, but I don't want to have like a million level 6s. So yeah, last game when he set a monster, it was Magician of Faith. That's key to remember. And to be honest, like, in this matchup, I think you normally don't want to be summoning a monster turn 1, because, like, we have Snatch and multiple brain controls. And it's like, I would want to set Mirror and Call, but we saw last game that he plays, like, Xing Zhen Hu. So I kind of don't want to get blown out by that card. I might even just set Call, just because, like, we have Snatch in our hand, so what do we need Mirror Force for? Yeah, I'll just set Call. And then the idea is, next turn he's going to summon a monster, attack us, we're going to Snatch, Tribute for Air Knight, and then if he, like, Saku's our guy, we can call it back. Yeah, I'll just say go again. There's other cards that could blow us out too. Like if he summons Breaker, that would kind of suck. Well, I tell you, this guy really wants us to get tons of value out of our Snatch, Steals, and Brain Controls, that's for sure. I don't know. Our opponent could have Heavy Storm. But I think I need to set the Mirror Force anyways. Yeah, he just... I tell you, it's so funny because, like, in this matchup, Heavy Storm is, like, a horrible card that he should just be siding out, but he just had it in, like, the one situation where it's good, where we just don't have any of our chainables. Yeah, and, like, once again, we've just opened all of these cards that just don't do anything. Oh, I actually kind of hope he gets Donzalug here. Yeah, just because we kind of need to discard some of these. Yeah, just don't hit, like, our monster gate. Okay, well, we just drew all bricks. That's really unfortunate. Like, our opponent played almost as poorly as possible the entire match. But we just drew... We just literally just drew bricks, like, the whole match. This is a really good hand. Yeah, we'll just set goats and say go. Yeah, we'll just not use goats. Yeah, we'll just set MST and say go. If our opponent summons like a breaker or something, then all of our stuff is chainable. It's gonna grab the defense position spy, which is interesting. He might leave all 4 goats in play. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll end phase this, just in case it's, like, threatening roar. Alright, he's gonna kill a goat token. Which, to be honest, kind of helps us, I'm not gonna lie. And we're gonna reasoning. He's gonna call level 4 because... Oh, he's actually calling level 8. Is the era of everyone always calling level 4 over? I feel like it could be. I haven't had as many people call level 4 against me as of late. So we can... How do we want to do this? We can go discard Crane, Demock, Summon Sorcerer, banish our goat token, Dimension Fusion both our guys back, I think is the play. Yeah. And it actually really helped that our opponent killed our goat token. I have no idea why he did that. Like, even if he didn't know it was a Reasoning Gate deck, why would you want to trade your cross out for someone's goat token? It makes absolutely no sense. Oh, he could even... Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think what I should have done is meted the Sorcerer. And then gotten back meta with Dark Magician of Chaos. I think that was the correct play, and I think I just misplayed. But it's fine. He's probably just still dead anyways. Let's be honest here. I hope I get, like, at least 2 heads. Okay. Well, we got 2 heads so far. And, yeah. And we don't even need to use our Graceful. I'm actually just gonna rub it in. And we should be like, hey, guess what? I didn't even need this Graceful. That's just how good I am. So yeah, that game we basically opened the nuts. And, I mean, I am bringing in this Mind Control. That's why it's in my side. And, I don't know. Side out and upstart, I guess. But yeah, when I said, like, is the era of people calling level 4 over, it's like, I don't really want to argue about, like, what's optimal or whatever. But I swear, it used to be the case that people would just call level 4 every time. Like, I literally had games where I would activate a Reasoning with 2 Sacred Cranes in my grave, and people would still call level 4. Like, it was wild. You know, like a couple of years ago, that's what it was like. People were just absolute lunatics. So what do we do now? We've got a Reasoning, a Monster Gate, a Card Destruction. I think we probably don't want to MST. I think we'd rather draw an extra card with Card Destruction. Oh, this is a good card. So if he has a Raigeki break, he has to use it before we flip our coins. Alright, 1 tails, 1 heads. Oh, let's go. Oh, and he didn't use it. Man, this guy is so greedy. Who does that? He's like... Yeah. He says, 0 heads flipping monster. I'll show you the chat. So then it's a question of what do we do now? So we have 4 sort of reasoning / monster gate targets left in our deck. 1 Crane, 1 Jinzo, 1 Air Knight, 1 Dark Magician of Chaos. I think we probably just want to summon Crane, activate Monster Gate. To be honest, the main card I don't want to see is Jinzo. Like, another Crane is fine. You know, something like Air Knight would have been fine. Do I want to just card destruction for 3? What are we hoping to draw if we card destruction? We're hoping to draw, like, basically, like, Monster Gate, and that's it, right? I don't know. Our opponent's hand also didn't seem that great. I think I'm just not going to card destruction yet. It could be wrong. I could be misplaying by not using card destruction. But the reason that I didn't do it is because our opponent's hand doesn't seem very good. And if we card destruction, there's only, like, 1 card that we want to draw. This is definitely anyone's game, though. Like, we could win this game, we could lose this game. I'm banking on the fact, though, that our opponent's hand doesn't seem very good. And the reason why I think our opponent's hand is not very good is because when we activated Blowback, he didn't chain Raigeki Break. So the fact that he didn't chain Raigeki Break means that he doesn't have something that he wants to discard to the Raigeki Break. Like, this could be... And I should have set the MST, by the way. That was my bad. Although not setting MST is fine, too. Again, it's an extra card for card destruction. Yeah, I mean, it's not about giving our opponent a Trinity piece. That's part of it. It's mostly because of the fact that there just wasn't anything that I wanted to draw. Like, on my next turn, card destruction will be a lot better, because now we have a light and a dark in our grave, right? So it's like, you know, if we, like, top deck a Chaos Sorcerer, like, we probably win. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set Dimension Fusion and activate card destruction. And then if we just draw a Chaos Monster, we are good to go. Hopefully we don't just draw more Dimension Fusions. And then I think this is just game. Yeah, 46. In this case, we don't even need to flip heads, but I just want to see if we can flip all heads again. Yeah, so we definitely, like, kind of used card destruction at the right time there. And that is obviously, like, kind of important when you're using this deck. Not card destruction specifically, but combo decks, like, in general, they sort of, like, use different fundamentals than control decks. In the sense that, like, control decks are about, like, sort of using your resources at the right time. And combo decks are also about using your resources at the right time, but kind of in a different way. So, do we want a reasoning here? We can go reasoning, monster gate, premature. Yeah, we've got like a lot of resources, so I'm just gonna go ahead and activate the reasoning. Like, if we can't OTK, we might just BLS banish our opponent's monster. Because it's like, you know, decent chance it's a Magician of Faith. Wow, so he called the reasoning correctly and then had the dust. That's pretty brutal. I feel like at this point we're committed. Right? Like, we can't just pass after doing all this stuff. Let's get a DMOC. DMOC, let's go. There's a 25% chance we get DMOC here. 25% chance. DMOC. 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 Alright, I'll stop saying DMOC. Alright, Crane is fine too, I guess. Oh, and now we draw Graceful. So here's the thing. If we reasoning and our opponent calls it wrong, I'm pretty sure it's game. I was hoping we could like top deck like a Dimension Fusion here off this Graceful. We had 2 D-Fusions in our deck, and we didn't draw one, which is unfortunate. But if our opponent calls this reasoning wrong, then I think it's still game. It's a 50-50 here. Because the only 2 targets left in our deck are Jinzo and Air Knight. And if he calls the reasoning wrong, he's dead. I mean, he's not guaranteed to be dead, but he's probably dead. Because I'm just going to go for game here. Yeah, so it is Faith, just like I thought. Yeah, I mean, playing combo, you're right, Coach. Like, playing combo in old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Is totally different than playing combo in Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. Like, in Master Duel, combo decks are all brute force. Like, you just play out your combo as fast as possible, set up the best possible board, and that's it. Whereas, like, if you try to play a combo deck like that in GOAT format, you're gonna have a bad time. Because it's totally different. This hand's pretty decent, actually. This is like pretty good hand. So he's playing like a Thunder Dragon deck. Game 1 we saw Dust Tornado though. Yeah, I think we just set Torrential Ring to say go. Yeah, it's really weird that he's playing, like, Dust Tornado. And Dust Tornado is actually, like, really strong against Reason Negate, like, low-key. It's... You know, I've always told people it's like... Okay, well, I don't know what's going on now. In general, like, against Reason Negate, cards like MST are better than cards like Heavy Storm. There's a decent chance we could kill our opponent here. We'll have to see, like, what happens. Alright, so he calls 4. He has a 20% chance of calling it correctly. Then we'll just get back the Chaos Sorcerer, which is like pretty nice mill, I'm gonna be honest. We definitely wanted to mill that Chaos Sorcerer. We drew another Chaos Sorcerer, which is like not at all what I wanted. And the set monster could be Spy. So it's like, do we want to have the Air Knight attack the face down monster and risk it being a Spy? If we have Air Knight attack the face down monster, though, we do slightly more damage. I don't think like the extra damage really matters that much, so I'm just gonna attack the Crane. Like, I don't even know if he plays Spy. I don't even know what this deck is. Oh man, I hope he doesn't have Snatch. I mean, if he snatches, we can True Nade it back. But like, snatching the Air Knight, attacking over the Jinzo would be pretty brutal. I have no idea why our opponent kept in Nobleman Across out against a Reason Negate deck, but it is what it is. Yeah, and now he's just gonna banish our light. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. Because we just have, like, double Sorcerer with no way to summon it. I mean, I guess we'll Snatch, because I literally don't see another play. Okay, well, he just has the counter to that, too. Ugh. What do we need? We need, like, a Reasoning, a Graceful, I guess Goats is fine too, but I'm sure our opponent will just have another Dust Tornado. Lightning Vortex would also be fine. Yeah, we're not going to take this. And now we can also top deck Meta. Meta would be a very good draw. Oh, and Dimension Fusion. I forgot that that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And now our opponent chains Ring for game. So, I think I'm going to tribute Air Knight for blowback, and this accomplishes a couple of things. One, we can potentially just kill this set back row. And two, it also prevents Snatch Steal from being game. right? Because if we left the Air Knight in play, our opponent could just snatch the Air Knight, attack over a goat, and that would be game. Why did our opponent just not ring for game? Okay, well, our opponent is just punting here. Because he could have just chained ring to Dimension Fusion and killed us, but I guess he wanted to give us a chance. He decided to be nice, and he said ring for game is lame. Or maybe he thought that, like, ring in GOAT format works the same as it does in current format. So in current format here, you would not be able to ring for game. Blowback can only target an opponent's card, right? Yeah, we'll target the monster. There's 1 heads. There's 2 heads, and there's 3 heads. Paid actor. Yeah, he's a paid actor. Say, is it 35 to our 13? And he kind of has to do something next turn, right? Like, we have 2 lights in our grave, no dark. I mean, Chris, I don't know if you're referencing, like, me trying to play around Snatch, but I don't know, there's no reason not to play around Snatch. Well, Premature for Chaos Sorcerer's pretty good. Can he out or blowback, though? That's the real question. So we have MST. So I'm trying to think if it's... Okay. Okay, so blowback failed to resolve. Now let me think, if we MST the back row, do we have game? Oh no, we just MST the pre, and then Trunade, and then we attack for game. So unless he has, like, exactly Scapegoat, this is game. I don't know, make Ryu Senshi, I guess. Yeah, so that was a fun game. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, so BRB. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've never I've never seen someone not ring for game before. Like, obviously people make a lot of mistakes in GOAT format, but I've never seen someone just not activate ring for game. It was very strange. So we have double reasoning. I mean, obviously we're going to activate this pot of greed. Yeah, I mean, we only have one play here. Said MST say go. Premature Burial is such a good card. It just makes your life so much easier. You just reasoning and go, okay, I don't care if you call it correctly. Cold Wave. This guy just activated Cold Wave against our Reasoning 8 deck. He just used Cold Wave against our hand of like 7 spells. This is real life, folks. So now we actually have to discard, which is hilarious. I'll just discard True Nade. I don't see us nading True Nade anytime. I mean, you could also discard Cull, maybe. Cold Wave again. Are we just gonna die to a bunch of Cold Waves? Is that what's gonna happen? We're literally just gonna die to a bunch of Cold Waves, aren't we? Because all our opponent needs now is like any monster with like 1600 attack. And we're just dead. Like, we're literally just dead. Or no, not even. He needs a monster with 1000 attack. I swear, we are just queuing up into the weirdest shit today. Just the actual weirdest shit. Like, I tell you, if we had a Scapegoat to set on turn 1, and we just chained goats to Cold Wave, easy game. But yeah, we just literally didn't get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's funny, it's like, I would think, like, maybe we're just getting, like, stream sniped here, and this guy is just intentionally building an anti-Reasoning Gate deck. But you know how I know we're not getting stream sniped? I'll tell you how I know we're not getting stream sniped. It's because we've won every single RPS. If we were losing all of our RPSs, then I'd think maybe we're getting stream sniped. But I don't think I'm going to play Monarchs on stream today. The problem is, like, Cold Wave, like, while it's very good against certain decks, Cold Wave is really not that great against most Chaos decks. Because, like, they can chain their Raigeki Break, they can chain their Jar Greed, and then they can just summon a Chaos Monster. So I think, like, that's kind of why, like, Cold Wave fell out of favor. Is that it's not that great against, like, the typical Chaos deck. It's great against Warriors, it's great against Reasoning Gate, but, like, those two decks aren't really popular enough to make Cold Wave, like, a viable card in this meta. And I think my opponent is, like, confused because he just, like, instantly paid 2,000. Like, he doesn't understand, like, how Injection Fairy Lily works. So I just said in the chat, you don't have to pay 2,000 if you don't want to. And yeah, I think we're gonna just Monster Gate first again. Our opponent activated Magic Jammer. This is real life, guys. We're up against Cold Wave Magic Jammer. I swear, this guy decided, you know what? Today I don't want to lose against Reasoning Gate. That is what he said to himself. He's like, I'm going to come with every anti-Reasoning Gate card. Luckily, our opponent is just super, super dead. So yeah, we'll just Monster Gate. Blowback isn't that bad. Ghoul, as I told him, he didn't need to pay 2,000 because he was just, like, very confused. And it's easier to just save time by just explaining to my opponent how the game works. So let's see, what Monster Gate targets do we have left? Oh, we have Jinzo left, right? We can also, let's see, we don't have meta. Oh, we'll just get back Vortex, right? Probably just get back Vortex, Tribute for blowback, attack for game. Yeah, okay. That's just game then. The person who asked about last turn, I think last turn's fine. Like, I don't think it's great, but I do think it's underrated, if that makes sense. Maybe Mirror Force is, like, a card we want versus his deck. He's playing, like, Shining Angel. Yeah, I think we want Mirror Force, right? Probably want Mirror Force. Just because his deck seems kind of aggressive. Oh, you're right. I forgot to draw 2 with Crane, but it was fine because we didn't need to. I got so caught up on what my DMOC target was going to be that I forgot to draw for Crane. Alright, well, we have to pass. We literally don't have a legal play. How sick would it be if he had Morphing Jar set here? Like, Cold Wave set Morphing Jar can actually just be broken. Like, imagine if he just goes, set my whole hand, flip Morphing Jar. Kaiba, man. Alright, so, like, we're just gonna get attacked by a Blue Eyes White Dragon? And he hasn't normaled, right? Yeah, he hasn't normaled. And that explains why he was playing the Shining Angels, right? Because we saw Angel in game 1. He just messed up his last will combo. No, I mean, Exiled has a legal target. Exiled can target your own monster. So this is entirely legal. He just needs to put his Blue Eyes in the grave. He's trying to say that he used Exiled Force targeting itself, and now I have to explain to him that that's just not a legal play. Yeah, I mean, he sequenced his cards wrong. And now I'm explaining to him that he still gets to use Cyberstein if he wants. Yeah, I mean, Carrot Patch, Exiled Force says target a monster. So if your opponent is a monster, I guess then you could target your opponent. But, you know, alright, our opponent just conceded. So in GOAT format, Diogo, in GOAT format, you have to last will before your monster dies. Right? They changed how last will worked in, like, early 2006, I believe. I mean, I will say, like, that guy's deck just straight up hard counters Reasoning Gate. Actually just hard counters Reasoning Gate. This is like a mid hand. It's not great, it's not terrible. It's fine. Oh, terraforming. I'm guessing he's searching Necro Valley. Oh, Fusion Gate. Okay. People are just bringing out all the crazy, crazy stuff today. Oh, he's getting Last Warrior from Another Planet? Okay, fair enough. Well, Vortex is kind of a lucky draw. I mean, I guess we'll just go Vortex. Discard Sacred Crane. Say go. And our opponent basically knows we're on Reasoning Gate. So this is kind of cool. We can, like... Okay. I kind of wanted our opponent to kill a goat, I'm not gonna lie. But one thing that we can do, like, once, you know, our combo turn starts, is we can True-Nade our ring back to our hand and then have an extra thing to discard to our card destruction. But I think right now we just still want to wait. Because, like, obviously our ring is just a dead card, right? Unless we top deck MST, then we can make our ring live. But yeah, our opponent's actually being pretty smart here by not attacking our goats. Maybe we should have just not used Scapegoat. I don't know. Using Scapegoat was probably what we should have done. So now we have Dimension Fusion with 1 light in our grave. And our opponent has a set monster. And we don't know what it is. I think we're just going to set this and say go. I mean, our opponent's just playing like a Fusion Gate deck. Like, it's tier 3, but like it is a thing. It's not like this is the first time I've ever seen a Fusion Gate deck before. We could just activate Reasoning and see what we get, right? Like, if we get something like a blowback here, that would actually be pretty strong. Our opponent probably won't call level 6, though, because he's not scared of Jinzo. Yeah, he called level 8, which is what makes sense. Air Knight is interesting. So we can attack the tomato for the guaranteed draw. Or go after, like, a face down. I don't think this kind of deck would play Spy. Like, he might have another Hex Sealed Fusion set. So, like, I kind of want to attack a face down just because it might be, like, a Hex. Yeah, it is a Hex. And I don't think we want a Graceful yet either. This is weird, but I'm going to set Heavy Storm and say go. But yeah, if our opponent was like attacking goat tokens, we probably would have just killed him on our last turn. But our field being clogged makes it kind of awkward. But now he has to do something, right? I mean, he can't just let our Air Knight sit here. Can he? Who knows, maybe. But yeah, we don't really have a lot of ways to, like, kill our own goat tokens other than going meta into Gatling. The problem, like, the thing is, though, the number of people who will actually leave all your goat tokens in play, it is so incredibly rare. It almost never happens where people just leave all your goat tokens in play. What is this, 23? Alright, now though I think, like, we gotta have a way to kill our opponent now, right? Surely. Because let me think, it's like we have Ring. Keep in mind, like, we can Ring something for a lot of damage here. Like, after we True Nade if we want. We have 2 lights in our grave, no dark. So I think we True Nade. Oh, whoops. And then we activate Graceful. Oh, these cards are, like, so bad. Like, I wanted, like, a Monster Gate or something. So let's see. We have 3 reasoning targets left in our deck. I mean, we're obviously discarding Call, right? That's the card that we know we're getting rid of. And I don't think I want to let our opponent gain any life. So I think that means we're also discarding Upstart. And then I think, like, we set... Well, let's see. If we Brain, then we can't Ring something for game. But we still have Snatch in our deck. Dimension Fusion is going to be a bad card. Yeah, I think we go, like, set Ring. Activate Card Destruction for 7. Yeah, we can't summon Sork there, because we didn't have the... Well, we could have discarded... Yeah, we could have discarded, like, a Dark. I didn't think of that. But now it's like I think we probably just win. So we go... Activate Monster Gate. If we flip Demok, I think he's just, like, dead no matter what. We did not flip Demok. Oh, we haven't normaled, though. So what we can do is we can meta our Goat token for Thousand Eyes, take Tomato, tribute Bolt for Demok, get Snatch Steal, and then Ring for game. Oh, no, we don't even have to Ring for game. We can just summon, yeah. He's dead. He's super, super dead. Yeah, maybe there was a better way to do that. But I think that way works. Okay, so he's playing a deck with Fusion Gate and Royal Decree. Fusion Gate and Royal Decree. I think this is like a matchup where Delinquent Duo might not be terrible, just because it does make Fusion Gate like a lot worse if we just hit some of the materials. I mean, Brain Control also seems good. And then we'd probably side out like a trap. You could play Marionette. Air Knight's mainly there because it's a light, though. Like, if Marionette was a light instead of a dark, we would 100% be playing Marionette. Oh, yeah, Blowback actually can be fused to make Gatling Dragon, right? Because Gatling is Blowback plus Barrel. So, yeah, we're bringing in these two. I'm just thinking what to side out. Maybe, like, a trap. Maybe something like this. We'll just try this. Oh yeah, you're right. If our opponent has Fusion Gate in play, and we brain control one of the hexes, and we have a blowback. Did he just search, like, 3 cards? Oh, no, he played Terraforming, that's why. Okay, he got... yeah. Yeah, this is the correct play here. The reason why he wants to do this on turn 1 is because if we Dimension Fusion, now he gets 2 guys back. And here, I think we do just want a reasoning. If our opponent was, like, really bad, we could try to set Torrential and get him to, like, play into it. But the thing is that he was very conservative last game, which makes me think he's not the kind of guy who's just going to summon 10 monsters into a Torrential. And yeah, we're gonna blow up the... I think we want to blow up the tomato, actually. Oh, whoops. Yeah, if we blew up the tomato, I think our opponent, like, almost would have just been dead no matter what. Because we could, like, go BLS, like, double attack. I mean, we're still gonna Monster Gate. Crane isn't terrible. Okay, so we haven't normaled. Let's see, we can go Reincarnation, discard Air Knight, get back BLS. Man. Or we can just go like Sorcerer, banish your guy, tribute our Crane for Air Knight, draw a card. Or sorry, we do it the other way around. Yeah, I think we want to go... Normal summon Air Knight. And, I mean, we could still go, like, Reincarnation for BLS. Yeah, I think we want to do that. So then we get rid of... Now we top deck Dimension Fusion. I think we just want to not attack the tomato. Right? We probably just don't want to attack the tomato. Because he can get, like, the Dark Hex fusion and then fuse into something. I mean, he could still do that, but then he'd have to go to his battle phase. Yeah, this wasn't, like, a terrible turn. I mean, we didn't do a whole lot, but, like, okay, at least we have 2 threats that our opponent has to deal with. Alright, so we only take 400 this battle phase. He has a back row. So now we can summon Sork, activate Dimension Fusion, get back like 1,000,000 guys. Yeah, I think he's just dead here, right? Oh, I lost my connection. Okay. But anyways, our opponent should be dead. Like, yes, he gets back 2 Thunder Dragon, 2 cares. And we have meta. So we can, like, Sork, banish something. Meta, or I don't know. We'll just do blowback. Do we need to blowback kill a monster? I'm trying to think. I don't think we do. Sork banishes a guy. Meta it into a level 6. Attack, attack. Yeah, he's just dead. So... So yeah, we have blowback target the back row just in case it's goats. Oh, is my body as a shield? Well, I'm glad that that's out of the way. We just get, I don't know, a random monster. Yeah, this is more than enough. This is like 10k. Alright, I think I'm just gonna play one more game. Maybe, unless it's like a really, unless it's a really short match. If the next match is really short, I'll play 2 more. But if we play like, you know, a real hard-fought match, maybe I'll switch it up for the last game. What decks do I have? What decks do I have? We do have a goat control deck. Is this goat control deck any good? Oh, this is like the old goat control deck that I had from like a video that I made like 3 years ago. All right, we'll play like one match with goat control then. I might get absolutely destroyed. We'll have to see. I tell you, DuelingBook servers don't seem like they're very good this morning. Like, I got disconnected. There's been big lag. Yeah, I think our opponent instantly quit. I think that was probably just a server issue. It's like, I swear, guys, I don't have high standards in life, but I do want things to work, right? Like, DuelingBook's been around how many years now? A lot. It's been around more than 10 years, I'm pretty sure. I think maybe like 11 or 12 years. And yeah, it's like we still got like lag, disconnections, all that. I mean, they did fix some of the stuff. Like Trap Dush It used to like not really work on DuelingBook, and then they fixed that. Convulsion of Nature had the bug that let you cheat, and they fixed that. But I do just kind of want it to work. Guaz, I don't know what Tainted Wisdom does. I know it's one of the fusion materials of, like, Ancient Brain, but I don't know, like, what its effect does. I tell you, I mean, Goat Control, it's like, against some of those other decks we were playing earlier, Goat Control would have been pretty nice. But in general, like, the thing with Goat Control is it is a very unforgiving deck. Like, if you're taking it to a tournament, you basically have to play perfectly the entire time or you're not going to do well. And for me, it's like, I just can't do that, right? Like, if I entered like an 8-round tournament with Goat Control, I would not top. Because I'm not good enough to play Goat Control for like 8 rounds in a row. And that's why no one really plays Goat Control anymore. That's like the entire reason. Oh, we're up against Burn. I mean, I will say Goat Control like has a pretty decent matchup against Burn, like in general. But Reasoning Gate probably has an even better matchup against Burn. Oh, Medusa Worm. That's a good card to get. That is a good card to get. Alright, we are going to be popping off with Medusa Worm. Unfortunately, Medusa Worm can only kill your opponent's monsters. Like, it can't kill my set spy. What about, does the Swarm let you kill your own monsters? Or do they all only target your opponent's stuff? And my opponent forgot what monster I took, so I showed him. But yeah, I feel like we're just going to end up dying to burn damage. This build, though, the Goat Control does play Jinzo. So, like, top decking a Jinzo would be absolutely sick. I don't know. I feel like win or lose, I probably got to play one more match with Goat Control. Just because, like, Goat Control versus Burn. Burn in general is, like, not a very fun deck to watch. Like, whether I'm playing it or my opponent's playing it, it's not a very fun deck to watch. Because you know how the game is going to go, right? Like, either they burn you or they don't burn you. I need to get rid of these Nightmare Wheels. I'll be honest. I need to get rid of these Nightmare Wheels, right? Like, I should probably just summon Sinister, activate Torrential just to kill the 2 Nightmare Wheels. I mean, it feels bad, but it's like... Especially with a Sangan in play. Yeah, we get rid of the 2 Nightmare Wheels, and then we top deck it out for the Wave Motion Cannon, and then we have a game. You know, the alternative play was that we go Azura Priest, attack over the Sangan, and then creature swap, take the face down. But again, it's like the problem with that is, you know, we're gonna take too much damage from the Nightmare Wheels. And he's getting exiled for us, which is weird. Oh, maybe he's stream sniping us and he heard me say that I play Jinzo. Maybe that's it. He's like, well, the guy just said he plays Jinzo. And I just don't want to take 1,000 damage. Realize that, like, every 1,000 damage we take, it's basically like we have one less turn. Right? It's the wave kills us 1 turn faster. Yeah, I don't think he's stream sniping. I'm just joking. Again, the way that we know that he's not stream sniping is the fact that we won RPS. Maybe I should just creature swap, take his exile. Then if he sets a monster, we can pop it. Yeah, it seems good. Yeah, it seems good. We're just gonna die to this wave, aren't we? We're just gonna lose because our opponent's gonna hit us for 7,000. Does he really have a third Nightmare Wheel? If he has just desserts, we're just dead. That's not good. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, Sangan Beats isn't going to be fast enough to, you know, do anything in the face of Wave Motion Cannon. But it's like, hey, if we tribute, if we draw Jinzo, we, like, you know, tribute Sangan for Jinzo, search whatever with Sangan. Alright, well, I'm guessing we're just dead here. Yeah, like, I'm guessing he has, like, just desserts for game. I don't know, is he gonna go, like, Cylinder Ring? Is that what it is? He's gonna, like, Magic Cylinder our Sangan and then ring something for game? I don't know, we probably have to attack. I think you can make an argument for... Okay, well, he's gonna Nightmare Wheel, so made no difference. Oh, we can go Exiled Force Killer Sangan. It's funny because, like, I don't think I would have thought to do that, except for the fact that against, like, the Cold Wave player, he had to Exiled Force kill his own monster, and then it kind of reminded me. See, I guess the only thing we'd want to search is, like, Tsukiyomi, right? And then we're just gonna, like, start going Faith, Pot of Greed, draw more cards. I don't know, I mean, our opponent isn't burning us. Oh yeah, and we play Demok in this build. And we just still haven't drawn, like, any spell or trap removal. So let's see, are there any good pre-targets? I mean, we can pre-Sangan, sack for Demok. Yeah, it does seem like Pac-Man with wave motion and wheels. I'm just trying to, like, think, like, like, what is our game plan here? How is it that we're gonna find a win? We could pre-Sangan... Attack. Well, I don't know if I want to pre, though. Like, going to 12 seems kind of scary. Yeah, I think we just attack for 300. Main phase 2. And and I don't know, like set something. Okay, we're just dead. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, this guy's deck like doesn't seem that amazing. And we don't have like a ton of cards to bring it against burn. We've got like a few, but we don't have a ton. Yeah, I don't think we want Morphing Jar, that's for sure. Let's see, are there any like spells that we don't need? I don't know if we need like the third goats, if I'm being like, I mean, although we're siding in Hysteric Fairy. Yeah, it's either like we're taking out like goats or some other monster. Yeah, we'll just try taking out goats, I guess. I think this is fine. Pot of Greed is a good card. Breaker is also a good card. MST is a good card. I'm lagging again. I mean, there's not like a better card than Judgment in our side deck. Like maybe you could argue that the third Goats is better than the second Solemn. And like again, I'm not saying Solemn is great, but it is playable. Like it's definitely playable. Yeah, I think what we want to do, because we don't care about this Nightmare Wheel, because we have Decree, right? So I think the play is, and I don't think we want to waste the Breaker yet either. I think we want to save the Breaker for like a Wave Motion Cannon. He's gonna Solemn our Azura Priest. That is insane. That is insane. I mean, he obviously has like some sort of Pac-Man monster set, but that is still like absolutely, it's just absolute lunacy. So yeah, we're just gonna do this to not take 500. Okay, he has another Solemn, that's fine. Spy's another card that just isn't that great in this matchup. I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking we just hit the back row. Like, if it's a Gravity Bind, this gets huge value. Mirror Force also gets huge value. I'm going to set the MST in case our opponent has Morphing Jar set. And then I'm just going to attack. Yeah, it's like, I don't... In this board state, we don't really care about Nightmare Wheel. Like, okay... Yeah, normally I would have caught that, but I was trying to, like, you know, my attention is a bit divided. But yeah, we're basically saving this MST for either, like, a gravity bind or a wave motion cannon. And even wave, obviously we won't use it, like, right away. He's just saying go. So now he's just dead. Yeah, he's just dead. And unless he has Karibo in his deck. Oh no, even if he has Karibo, he's still dead because we have Ring. Yeah, and thanks for catching the Solemn, guys. But yeah, this is like one of these matchups where I feel like we have a lot of cards that we would want to side out, but not a lot of cards we would want to side in. Even, like, I think you could even make the case that, like, Berserk Gorilla is better than Gravekeeper Spy. Right? Like, or even Tsukiyomi. I forget we have a second Tsukiyomi in our side. But then, like, Tsukiyomi can't, like, attack the Pac-Man monsters. Ugh. Is Book really doing anything in this matchup? Not really. Probably meta, though. Well, I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know if I want to have, like, 3 tribute monsters. And, like, Azuro is actually doing pretty okay for me. Like, it combos a swap. Yeah, maybe Air Knight. Like, maybe Air Knight instead of D-Mock. You're right, like, Air Knight's probably better than D-Mock at a minimum. Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. BrainCon is just doing, like, nothing in this matchup. Yeah, you're right. And then we have, like, 3 goats, 2 meta... Or, sorry, we have 3 metas, 2 goats right now. So we could bring in, like, the 3rd goat. Like, maybe we just go down to 1 Solemn, like 1 random Solemn, and then put in the goats instead, just for, like, meta and swap synergy. Yeah, this seems good. I think this is fine, I guess. Snatch can be good sometimes. Like, I'm not saying it comes up a lot, but sometimes you can, like, snatch a Desolacuda, and it's actually really sick. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously there's a lot of cards in our deck that we don't need. Like, we don't need the Solemns, we don't need the 3rd goat, we don't need the Spies. Like, I can't just side out everything and go down to a 35 card deck, right? That's not legal, unfortunately. Because even here, like, say hypothetically, like, our 6th card was a Snatch Steal. Let's, for the sake of the argument. And our opponent set, like, a Pac-Man monster. We could go summon Sinister, attack the set monster, main phase 2 Snatch, and that would be, like, a really good play. So yeah, it's like Snatch, it's not the best card in our deck, but it definitely is a playable card. Yeah, and Swarm can also only kill your opponent's monsters, just for those keeping score at home. I mean, I guess this is like a Sangan, right? Oh, he has Divine Wrath, really? Oh, that's frustrating. I mean, could Soloming it be the right play? I think I should have Solemn, but it's too late. I think it was actually correct to use Solemn there. But it's too late now. And the reason why, like, Solemn is fine there is because now I just basically have to Solemn this anyway. Yeah, the dude, like, literally... Alright, whatever. I'm not going to argue with this guy. But it is actually, like... So, Blind MST was an awful play. Like, just going, oh, I'll Blind MST a random card because I think it's Divine Wrath would be a terrible play. What we should have done is Solemned the Divine Wrath. Because we had an MST in case our opponent, like, top-decked a wave. Or, like, something like that. In fact, like, in this matchup, you should basically never be using Blind MST. Like, you're just throwing the game if you do that. Because there's so many, like, high-value targets in this deck that you don't want to hit a random one. Right? Like, if we MST'd and, like, it was a ceasefire or something, it's awful. Yeah, like, against Pac-Man, you literally never blind MST. I mean, I guess we'll attack the new monster. Really? He has Mirror Force? That's frustrating. Well, he's doing nothing. Do we want to, like, end phase goats pre and start gaining life? Probably not. Alright, we'll just say go here. If he sets another card, then I think we just do all of our stuff in the end phase. And then Heavy Storm. Okay, so we just end phase MST, hit whatever this is. I was kind of hoping it would be like a Solemn. Then we go Heavy Storm. Oh, the other one's... That is annoying. And I don't want to pre here because I'm pretty sure this card is like a Swarm of Scarabs. And yeah, it's like that Curse of Royal, it stops Heavy Storm, MST, and that's it. Cursive Royal is legal. Oh, you're right. I don't think Cursive Royal can stop Heavy Storm. Hold on. Yeah, thanks to the chatter for pointing that out. Yeah. And I mean, we could go back, but it's like a little too late. I'm just getting the goat token off my board. It's definitely too late to go back. Believe me, going back would benefit me. But, like, I don't want to sit here and argue with my opponent about why we should go back a full turn. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see that being a pet peeve, Big Mac. Like, how many times today did I activate Chaos Sorcerer, banish my own guy, and then had to explain to them that, like, I wasn't banishing their guy? So yeah, I'll just gain 2,000 here. And, like, I'm pretty sure this deck doesn't play Heavy Storm, but it might play Morphing Jar. So I'm just gonna set all my stuff before I attack. Oh, that's annoying. Luckily for us, Exiled Force is totally fine because we just have a call anyways. Keep in mind we can't use call and goats in the same turn though. Yeah, I think I'll just end phase call and hold the goats. Meta's a pretty good draw. Finally getting that Sinister out of the way is nice. Alright, like, I'm feeling good about our position now. we have a decent chunk of life points. We can gain more life points if we need to. This is an interesting spot, because we have a lot of different options available. We can go, like, Sinister or Meta, but the problem is, like, then how are we putting pressure on our opponent? I think I probably just want to go Breaker. And yes, I know I'm supposed to add a counter and remove it, but I'm being lazy. Who should we attack with? I mean, most of his guys don't have high defense, right? Of course I say that, and then I attack into a Golem Sentry. It's only 200 though. It's not the end of the world. Oh, and then he top decks the level limit like right after we use our breaker. That is... Ugh. Fortunately for us, though, we can still go Sinister Meta into Thousand Eyes and attack for 800, which isn't nothing. And in case anyone's wondering, the call is just here being useless because the call was on Hysteric Fairy. Yeah. So the call is just here being useless. I have no idea why he sided in Mind Control. Like, what is he trying to do? Just hope he has it when we have Magician of Faith set? Then we'll set Sanguine. It's cool because next turn we can like tribute off our Sanguine with Hysteric Fairy. Or I mean we could tribute off a Thousand Eyes if we wanted to, but I don't really see like a great reason to do that. Yeah, Restrict can attack if it takes a face down monster, it'd just be attacking for 0. Yeah, I'm just setting the spy here just for the hell of it. Like, yeah, we can't flip the spy because Thousand Eyes is in play. But at some point we'll be able to flip the spy, maybe. And yeah, this Thousand Eyes is a 5-turn clock. So if our opponent, like, top-decked a wave right now, he would actually kill us with the wave before we could kill him. Well, except we still have Hysteric Fairy. Well, our opponent showed us what his monster is, so I'm just gonna have Thousand Eyes attack it rather than using our cross out. I mean, we could summon Hysteric Fairy, but then our opponent could Torrential. We don't want to set the ring because we have a Decree in play. Yeah, we'll just say go. Oh, good. We got rid of that Golem Sentry. Alright, we have pulled ahead in the life point totals. I tell you, I was going to play, like, another match, but, like, my wife got home and this match has taken a really long time, so I don't think I'm going to have time to play another one. Oh, yeah, you're right. He can't Torrential Decrees on the field. Yeah, we probably should summon, whatchamacallit. Oh, we also have Sinister in our grave. I've forgotten Sinister for an embarrassingly long period of time. Oh, so we have Heavy Storm in our grave. So what we can do is we can go Hysteric Fairy, tribute our Thousand Eyes Restrict, flip Faith, get Heavy Storm, attack for game. Yeah, our Hysteric Fairy is in defense, but it's not going to matter. He said wait, but then he said okay, so which is it? Yeah, I mean, he can't ceasefire there, because, I mean, he can do it, but it won't do anything. So yeah, that's all I have time for, guys. Sorry, I'll be here next week. Same time. Same day, same format.